Joel Osteen stands as one of the most recognizable religious figures in the modern world. Known for his uplifting sermons, calm demeanor, and emphasis on hope and positivity. Week after week, he addresses millions, encouraging them to see themselves as blessed, strong, and capable of achieving their dreams. His philosophy centers on the idea that words and thoughts shape reality, urging people to reject negativity and instead invite the right things into their lives. This message has resonated deeply with audiences seeking encouragement in a fast-paced and often stressful world. Yet behind this optimistic public image lies a complex story, one shaped by personal challenges, family legacy, and public scrutiny. His journey from a reserved behind-the-scenes technician to the leader of one of the largest churches in the United States is anything but ordinary. While many admire his approach to faith, others question aspects of his teachings and practices, sparking ongoing debate. Understanding his life requires looking beyond the surface of his sermons to explore the experiences, influences, and controversies that have defined his path. This narrative offers a closer look at the man behind the message, examining how his beliefs developed, how he rose to prominence, and why his legacy continues to inspire both devotion and criticism in equal measure. Early influences, family, faith, and foundations. Joel Osteen's story cannot be understood without examining the influence of his father, John Osteen, a passionate preacher whose spiritual journey laid the foundation for what would later become a global ministry. John's transformation from a secular lifestyle to a deeply committed faith leader shaped the environment in which Joel was raised. Growing up, Joel was exposed to church life from an early age, often accompanying his father and observing the inner workings of ministry. However, unlike his siblings, who were drawn toward preaching and public expression, Joel was more reserved and introspective. He found comfort not in the spotlight, but behind the scenes, where he could focus on technical elements like sound and video production. This inclination would later prove pivotal in shaping his unique approach to ministry. While his father emphasized passionate, charismatic preaching, Joel developed an appreciation for communication through media. This early divergence in interests did not distance him from faith, but instead offered him a different lens through which to engage with it. The foundation laid during these formative years, rooted in both spiritual teaching and practical exposure to church operations, played a crucial role in preparing him for a future he did not initially anticipate, but would eventually embrace with remarkable impact. A different path, technology over the pulpit, unlike many who grow up in religious households and feel called to preach. Joel Osteen initially pursued a path centered on technology rather than theology. He studied communications and developed a strong interest in television production, choosing to work behind the camera instead of stepping onto the stage. This decision reflected both his natural introversion and his desire to contribute in a way that aligned with his strengths. In the 1980s, he began managing the church's television ministry, recognizing the potential of media to extend the reach of his father's sermons far beyond the walls of the church. Through careful editing, production, and presentation, he helped transform local messages into broadcasts that could inspire viewers across the country. His work required precision, creativity, and an understanding of how to engage an audience visually and emotionally. Over time, this role gave him a deep appreciation for the power of communication, shaping the style he would later adopt as a speaker. While he had no immediate plans to become a pastor, his years in media quietly prepared him for that possibility, equipping him with skills that would later distinguish him from traditional religious leaders and help him connect with a global audience in a modern, accessible way. A sudden transition, stepping into leadership. The turning point in Joel Osteen's life came in 1999, following the sudden passing of his father. Until that moment, Joel had never delivered a sermon, nor had he actively sought a leadership role within the church. Yet, within days of his father's death, he found himself stepping into the position of senior pastor, facing a congregation that looked to him for guidance and continuity. The transition was abrupt and emotionally challenging, compounded by the pressure of maintaining a growing ministry. Initially hesitant and unsure, Joel struggled with self-doubt, questioning whether he was capable of fulfilling such a significant responsibility. However, he gradually began to develop his own voice, choosing not to replicate his father's style, but to create a distinct approach centered on encouragement and positivity. His first sermons marked the beginning of a transformation, both personally and professionally. As he grew more comfortable speaking, he discovered an ability to connect with people in a relatable and reassuring way. This period of transition was critical, as it forced him to confront his fears and redefine his role within the church, ultimately setting the stage for the rapid growth and global influence that would follow, building a modern ministry, media, and expansion under Joel Osteen's leadership. The church experienced unprecedented growth, driven in large part by his strategic use of media, recognizing the potential of television and later digital platforms. He expanded the church's reach to millions of viewers worldwide. His sermons, broadcast weekly, became one of the most watched inspirational programs, attracting audiences from diverse backgrounds. This emphasis on accessibility allowed him to connect with individuals who might not otherwise attend traditional church services. In addition to broadcasting, he authored several best-selling books that reinforced his core message of hope, self-improvement, and faith. These publications further extended his influence, positioning him not only as a pastor, but also as a motivational figure. The church itself underwent significant transformation, moving into a large former sports arena that could accommodate tens of thousands of attendees. This expansion symbolized the scale of his impact and the effectiveness of his approach. By blending faith with modern communication techniques, Joel created a ministry that resonated with contemporary audiences, demonstrating how religious messages could evolve to remain relevant in an increasingly media-driven world. Core message, positivity and personal empowerment at the heart of Joel Osteen's teachings is a consistent focus on positivity, self-belief, and the power of words. He encourages individuals to view themselves as capable and worthy, emphasizing that mindset plays a crucial role in shaping one's future. His sermons often highlight the importance of gratitude, affirmations, and maintaining a hopeful outlook, even in the face of adversity. This approach appeals to those seeking encouragement and practical guidance for everyday challenges, rather than focusing heavily on traditional doctrines such as sin and judgment. He prioritizes messages of love, grace, and possibility. Supporters argue that this emphasis makes faith more accessible and uplifting, particularly for those who may feel discouraged or disconnected from conventional religious teachings. By framing spirituality in terms of personal growth and emotional well-being, he has created a message that resonates beyond the boundaries of religion. However, this same focus has also sparked debate, as critics question whether it oversimplifies complex theological concepts. Regardless of perspective, his emphasis on positivity remains a defining characteristic of his ministry, shaping both his public image and the experiences of those who follow his teaching. Personal trials, faith in the face of adversity, one of the most influential experiences in Joel Osteen's life, was his mother's battle with terminal illness. Diagnosed with a severe condition and given little hope by doctors, she chose to rely on faith, prayer, and a belief in healing. Her eventual recovery and long-term health became a powerful testimony within the family, reinforcing their belief in the transformative power of faith. This experience deeply impacted Joel, shaping his perspective on resilience and the role of belief in overcoming challenges. He often references this story in his teachings, using it as an example of how faith can provide strength and hope in difficult circumstances. The emotional weight of witnessing such a struggle and its unexpected outcome left a lasting impression on him, influencing both his message and his approach to ministry. It reinforced his conviction that maintaining a positive outlook and trusting in a higher purpose can lead to profound change. This personal trial not only strengthened his faith, but also provided a relatable narrative that continues to inspire others facing their own hardships, adding a layer of authenticity to his otherwise optimistic teachings. Criticism and controversy. Debates around his teachings despite his widespread popularity. Joel Osteen's approach has not been without criticism. Some theologians and religious leaders argue that his sermons lack depth, focusing too heavily on motivation rather than traditional doctrine. A common critique is that his message aligns with what is often called the prosperity gospel, which associates faith with success and well-being. Critics contend that this perspective can oversimplify the complexities of life and faith, potentially leading to unrealistic expectations. Additionally, his tendency to avoid discussing topics such as sin, repentance, and judgment has been viewed by some as a departure from core religious teachings. These criticisms highlight a broader debate about the role of modern ministry and how it should adapt to contemporary audiences. While supporters appreciate his inclusive and encouraging style, detractors argue that it may sacrifice theological rigor. Joel has addressed these concerns by emphasizing his desire to reach people who might otherwise feel alienated by more traditional approaches. This ongoing dialogue reflects the tension between maintaining tradition and embracing innovation, a challenge faced by many leaders in evolving religious landscapes. Public scrutiny, wealth, transparency, and responsibility as his influence grew. So did public scrutiny of Joel Osteen's personal life and financial practices. Questions have been raised about the church's revenue, charitable contributions, and overall transparency. While he has stated that he does not receive a salary from the church, his personal wealth and lifestyle have drawn attention and criticism. Some argue that there is a disconnect between his message of humility and the perception of affluence associated with his success. Additionally, his handling of certain public events, including responses to natural disasters, has been closely examined and debated. Supporters point to his charitable efforts and community initiatives, while critics call for greater accountability and openness. These discussions underscore the challenges faced by high-profile leaders, whose actions are often scrutinized in ways that extend beyond their immediate work. Navigating this level of attention requires balancing personal privacy with public responsibility, a task that has become an integral part of his role as a global figure. Leadership pressures, balancing faith and expectations leading a large and influential organization, comes with significant pressure. And Joel Osteen has spoken about the challenges of managing expectations while maintaining his personal well-being. The responsibility of guiding a vast congregation, combined with constant public attention, can create moments of doubt and stress. To cope with these demands, he emphasizes the importance of daily routines that promote mental and emotional stability, such as reflection, meditation, and positive affirmations. These practices align with the message he shares with others, reinforcing the idea that mindset plays a crucial role in handling life's challenges. Over time, he has developed greater confidence in his leadership, learning to navigate criticism while staying focused on his mission. This journey has required adaptability, resilience, and a willingness to grow. By acknowledging the pressures he faces, he offers a more nuanced view of his role, demonstrating that even those who project confidence and optimism must work continuously to maintain balance and clarity in their lives. A lasting impact. Influence on modern spirituality. Joel Osteen's influence extends beyond his immediate congregation, shaping broader conversations about faith, positivity, and personal development. His ability to blend spiritual teachings with motivational principles has attracted a diverse audience, including individuals who may not identify with traditional religious structures. This crossover appeal has contributed to his widespread recognition and enduring relevance. His books, broadcasts, and public appearances continue to reach millions, offering messages that emphasize hope, resilience, and the pursuit of a fulfilling life. While opinions about his methods and message vary, there is little doubt that he has played a significant role in redefining how faith can be communicated in the modern era. By prioritizing accessibility and relatability, he has created a model that others have sought to emulate. His impact can be seen not only in the growth of his own ministry, but also in the broader shift toward more contemporary forms of spiritual engagement, highlighting the evolving nature of religious expression in today's world. Conclusion: a complex and enduring legacy. Joel Osteen's journey from a behind-the-scenes technician to a globally recognized spiritual leader is both inspiring and complex. His emphasis on positivity and personal empowerment has resonated with millions, offering encouragement and hope in challenging times. At the same time, his approach has sparked ongoing debate, raising important questions about the balance between tradition and innovation in faith. His story is one of transformation, resilience, and adaptation, shaped by personal experiences, family influence, and the demands of leadership. Whether viewed as a source of inspiration or a controversial figure, his impact on modern spirituality is undeniable. He has challenged conventional expectations, redefined how messages of faith can be delivered, and created a platform that continues to reach a vast and diverse audience. Ultimately, his legacy reflects the complexities of navigating belief, influence, and public perception in a rapidly changing world.